morning, everybody. Oh, wow, GPS indeed. Good morning, still gotta work on that vocals here.
Hi.
What's up, Deathwalk? How you doing tonight or this morning? I don't know what time it is. It's almost 6. 6 in the morning. Yeah, get that done. Oh yeah.
Doing good, almost 4 am.
Oh man. Are you getting up or are you going, or do you have to go to bed?
But she said, trust me, these are the stories we will tell. As I stood frozen, infinite, I almost fell. But I got a feeling
Morning.
Good morning. What's up, Windex? How you doing, man? Good wake-up music right here. Hey, Windex, did you get
Just got done playing Overwatch.
Oh, I have it. I love it. I just never find the time to sit down and just dive into Overwatch. You know? Maybe, I don't know. Not at the time, I guess. But Windex, did you ever, and forgive me if you have, but have you gotten connected into our Discord server yet with your Twitch sub? I wanted to make sure that you're getting all the perks for your support, man. Oh yeah, I haven't noticed in a while.
Not bad. Got back into FF14, got my second piece of Ivalus gear.
Oh dude, so what do you think of the new raid? ready to rock and roll come Tuesday. All right, that's all of them. Looking forward to that. Focusing on the apron line. There we go.
Did you know? If you sub to the channel here on Twitch, and your Twitch is linked to your Discord, you can join our Discord server. If you're Twitch Prime, it's free.
Thanks, Nate.
Sorry, your music is coming through real loud. Did you ask about Discord? If you did, I don't have a mic.
Oh, you don't necessarily have to have a mic to get on audio chat. We have lots of text chat channels. So let me drop the music a little bit. Then I have my mic away anyways. Make that a little bit better. Actually, I can turn this out. Let me drop this down. Cool. Let me know if that is any better. Yeah, but regardless of mic or not, it's, you know, we're all chatting and sharing stuff throughout the day. Excuse me.
Too many distractions equals dead me. Unless I'm playing a healer, then it's dead everyone else, lol.
Oh man. These are facts.
You are up early.
Yeah, hey, what's up, Fire? Amy got up a little bit.
Music
She's got
is
a cold.
much lower now.
I've got a cold right now. So I was like, I tried to go back to bed and I don't know. I'm hoping I'll get some sleep. Maybe I'll take a nap today. Should I do Beastman? I don't want to do those other Beastmen. Let me go to Kugane. Maybe do some hunts or something, I don't know. Oh, can't mount up in cities. Yeah. Wait, never mind, turn around. Whoa.
Damn, that sucks. Colds and flus are rampant this year.
Yeah, it's been.
At least you are taking advantage of it by leveling Machiny Weenie.
Get my Machiny Weenie on. How the heck did I get up there?
Hey, right when I finish the Ether Radio podcast, here you are.
Hey, what's up, Marza?
Also, good news. My sub is back up and running.
Oh, well that's awesome, Fire. Thank you very much. So go ahead and get that. Grab that. Grab that. And
I have Discord and I have a mic.
Well, yeah, Death. I mean, again, I don't want to ever make anybody feel like they have to, but that's just, we were trying to like, what is a cool reward and a thank you to those who support us, obviously with you know, our YouTube and our Twitch channel. Also Patreon is another way. So it's that if you have like Amazon Prime, you can do so for free, because it's, you get one free Prime sub, and then that gets you access to our Discord server, and that gets you also, you can come hang out on voice chat. The only thing I ask is if you do join on voice chat, make sure you don't sound like you're in a wind tunnel. It's like, because it's like, we try to, you know, for me, it's always just something that, it's just, I guess, a personal, you know, I guess, hesitant on saying pet peeve, but that really, I guess I can't find a better way to describe it when it comes to like YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that. It's like, alright, okay, let's see where we're going. These are 3-star, 2-star, 1-star. The fringes, the peaks, the Ruby C. Ruby C. Alright, let's go to Ruby C first.
What's up, workforce?
What's up? What's up? Carlenzo, man, how you doing, dude?
I see you got a new layout. Gonna try and make purple your color?
You know, I'm just playing with some of the stuff. I had to actually completely reinstall Streamlabs. It's a beta, you know, so it's like, you know, there's all kinds of problems. You know, it's actually, I think for a beta, it's really good. But I had to reinstall it, so it took the opportunity to kind of had to reset up all my scenes, and so I just went and downloaded a couple of different options, right? So like if I switch over to, so I created all these different groups. So if I switch over to like Nintendo and Xbox. So here, you know, is this, but obviously I don't have any game and stuff, so I have all these various collections right now. And so with this, yeah, I'm playing around with it. I thought it looked kind of cool. I like the top head bar. I don't know if I like the, let me go back into the editor real quick. The chat box over that. Let me move this over here. Just because the quest log. Chat box.
I have to say I watched your video about the patch notes and I don't know how I feel about the not skipping in duties thing.
Dude, yes. Like, I personally don't run it because there's no incentive. I think even Fusion tweeted out like, oh, I thought they killed that with just offering poetics. It's like, yeah, like... But I get it. Like, I just... And the thing is I always wonder, is that why they don't do 8-mans, is they feel like people don't want them. And it's like, no, you put these long cutscenes and story-driven stuff in them, and it's cool, I like that, but at the end of the day also, it's one of the disadvantages of
That's not big deal to me. I'm more mad about DRK.
Man, I'm glad they increased the limit of that Darkest Night lasts. I felt like it was always really short, but I mean, a couple seconds, I don't know if that's going to make any big difference. But I think maybe people were expecting more for Dark Knight, and it just not, you know, I was like, no Dark Passenger buff, no. Somebody said that they want Scourge to come back, and I was like, man, I'd love Scourge to come back for Dark Knight. But they were saying that Warrior in Dark Knight gets DPS, you know, a DPS boost. So let's see here. I guess we'll have to play around with it. Oh, is this? Oh. Thank you. I didn't know they did this. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, so let me go ahead. Oh, this is great. Oh man, this is and market. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Making hunts easy for me. Warrior seemed to get a complete overhaul from reading it on paper. So we'll see how that plays out.
They said damage buff, but we got MP skill buff? I mean, I rarely run out of MP to begging with.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been playing Dark Knight recently because I kind of switched over to Paladin, but yeah, I never felt like the MP was the issue.
So many players felt forced to skip the story-driven cutscenes in MSQ Roulette, myself included, because people are so used to speedrunning it. A lot of people thought, why not add a vote option? But I'd figure if too many new people don't skip cutscenes, they'd be obliged to vote kick newbies over silly cutscenes.
I get why they're doing it, like, and I agree with you. Like, actually, I was the guy who was like, dude, watch your cutscenes.
I never really got into the Warrior. I was more a Paladin player myself.
Okay. But yeah, I was always like, yeah, finish your cutscenes, man. You know, it's like, you know, this is for you. We'll go ahead and do it, but then you miss out on all the fights. So
I also think the MSQ Roulette needs more than a poetics buff to justify the change.
Yeah,
maybe gil or XP as well, or both.
That's the same thing. Like, I would tank more, especially if I wasn't leveling as much as I have been. I would tank more, but there's no incentive. You know, so I'm like, okay, It's like, alright, it is what it is. Did that do it? Yep.
I agree.
Let's go with the next one. Okay, so with that, I never use any of this stuff, so let me go ahead.
A boost in gil is always welcome. Hello.
Hello, hello.
I tell the Hue player to sit back and watch while we kill, cause either way you're gonna join us in last fight. I'm new player friendly and I don't mind waiting for them.
It's a good, it's more beneficial for the life and the enjoyment of the game, you know?
Paladin I felt didn't need nerfs. They don't do a lot of DPS to begin with compared to Dark Nut and Warrior.
Yeah, you know, that's where it was interesting, but I don't think they really got nerfed. I mean, they did, but it's at the end of the day, like, I was like, oh, a 20% potency drop on Holy Spirit. I'm still mad about when they took off potency off of Holy back, like in patch 2.1 for White Mage. But at the end of the day, it's like, you don't remember, you don't feel it. 20% potency on that, it's not going to be that big of a deal. 50% on the shield swipe makes sense, but, you know, we're blocking so much more now that it's like, okay, you know, and it's, they already made the change where it's an off the global cooldown ability, so it's like, okay, I don't know if that's going to be a big, you know, a big nerf and all. I think Paladin brings so much strength in its defense that it, yeah, I think it'll be neat to see how the changes to Warrior and the changes to Dark, if they really try. Ooh, all right. Excuse me. Morning. All right, yeah, the adjustments I made to the Streamlabs and also updating it seemed to fix, because I was having some weird laggy issues. Also, I'd go live and it wouldn't go live and stuff like that, so it was a process, but I'm happy I did it. Oh, darn it. Now with the party list, the chat's going to be on top of that. I don't know what the right answer is. I don't know. I'll think about it. Yeah. Insolent mortals.
Woot woot, I'm halfway to affiliate status. Now for the hard half of the requirements LMAO.
Dude, congrats, Fire. That is awesome sauce.
So just out of curiosity, how is Gunsmith treating you so far?
I like it, actually. I'm really pleased with it. I took a little bit of adjustment to kind of remember that I can move and attack. So I am proud of myself there. Starting to feel like I'm getting the hang of it. You gotta remember, yeah, put back on. Oh. I mean, at a glance, it's pretty simple. Like, attack if you get a proc, use the proc. You know, put down your turrets, manage your heat, like that. Oh no! I'm out. That was brutal. Thank you. Oh, no, that's not where I want to be. It's bad.
Good morning, Brian.
Good morning. How is it going? Yeah, take him out. What's up, Nightmare? How you doing, man? There we go. Thought that took a little longer than expected, but either way.
Going good, hit 52 followers, working on my average for affiliate. You?
Alright, man. Good job. Congrats on your 52. Hope you get that affiliate. It helps. The affiliate is a nice little thing. You know, families. I got a cold. Maddie and Annie. Colds all around. I think, you know, having a child cough in your face repeatedly it's very difficult to avoid that. It's like, woke up yesterday, I was like, oh god, and then I did
Thank
the notes.
you, sir.
So that's why you don't see my face at all, because I had to cut so much, because it's like, oh no, not the flu. I had the flu like at the beginning of December. I was just like, man. I used to never get sick, but then like Maddie started going to school, so she brings all home, brings home all that, whatever these kids have. Oh, we're going.
Those school's germs.
Yeah, pretty much, man. You know. Turn.
Yep, LOL. Loving Streamlabs OBS XD.
Yeah, dude. I like it so much because it saves me so many windows too. Just for the fact that there's a live kind of dashboard that comes up, that it also lets me set the stream what I'm doing before I go live, because it's like I have to jump into my dashboard. You know, it was like it's a whole process. And then it's like oh yeah, Jasser. Oh my gosh, why am I not getting notifications, man? What? Oh, that was. I guess it's catching up. Never mind. I was at 17 hours ago. I was like, okay. For a second there, I was like, oh gosh, I'm sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, it's like everything, all their few bugs, but Ed.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like I think these guys are gonna have probably one of the first. Like, it's just gonna make it so much easier for people to get into streaming, which is great. You know. All right, where should we go? That's blue. Run away.
Yeah, delays on followers if they follow while you're not on.
Well, huge shout out to Lord Boddington PD, Weird Seeker, and Jasser. Welcome to the workforce. All right.
Doesn't always update right off next time you're on.
There we go. Good morning, Brian.
Hey, what's going on, Nightmare? How you doing, dude? Happy Saturday.
Been better. Been better.
Oh, everything okay?
Yeah, the flu, man. The flu.
Oh, the flu. Gotcha, sorry. I got that, but I thought I assumed you were over it, etc. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like, you know. I don't know.
No, just still got it. Been out of work the last 2 days. It started
Dude,
like
you feeling
Tuesday
any
night.
better?
I'm feeling a lot better than I was, but still kind of.
Well, that's good. Yeah, it took me about 3 or 4 days to really get over it, and then it's like obviously there's a recovery period after that. So, where am I going? Where am I going? Where's yellow? Aha.
Over there, man. Over there. Yeah, the little group thing I joined called Grind Kings Gaming helped out a lot with the whole growing.
Sorry?
Sorry. The group I joined called Grind Kings Gaming. They're like a streaming community.
Is that like an MCN?
Who?
Is that like an MCN, like a multi-channel network on YouTube, or?
It's on Twitch. It's kind of like just kind of like a community of streamers that kind of help each other grow, and
cool.
It's helped out a lot.
That's awesome.
A lot of great people in the community too. I'll go ahead and say if you wanted to check them out at some point.
Well, yeah. Never hurts there. I need to check out your stream because you told me you got a camera, and I've been just so busy with work I haven't been able to check it out. I saw a couple of notifications and I was at work, and I was like, oh man, see what that face looks like.
It ain't been on the last couple because, well, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
I wouldn't say this face is the most beautiful thing, but hey.
Dude, sell it, man. Be like, yeah. It's like,
Hey, I got the beard going on. That's all that matters.
Oh, 2 blues.
Plus, I got my weapon before 4.2. So.
Yeah, nice.
Now I'm 339. I just got to get my pants upgraded, which happened before I started doing the raids anyways. So, it's okay.
It's not bad at all.
Not too thrilled with Warrior update. But,
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Overall, like I've looked at statistics and stuff, and this guy he done tests, and like from numbers and stuff he's been able to gather on Paladin, Dark Knight, and Warrior. Warrior is still supposedly right above Paladin in DPS, which apparently we was before, but not by much. Now we're still above them, but at a 5% DPS loss.
Okay.
Like
well, a lot of this obviously is estimated too, you know, see how it works.
Yeah, this is true.
So it's like, I'm like, I don't know. Like, the Berserk change to go into like guaranteeing crit and direct seems interesting, but it seems also that like Inner Release and Berserk are obviously tied together now. I'm definitely going to have to check it out, see how it plays. I wish they made Proto Ultima. I wish they had like 24-man trials.
For me, overall, I was okay with most of the stuff I was reading until I got to the Storm's Eye or Storm's Path, whichever one buffs you. Yeah, that kind of shot it in the foot. They're like, hey, we're giving y'all buffs, guys, and we're just going to sneak this little nerf in right here. Okay, here's more buff.
I mean, if overall your DPS is up, then, you know, that could be, in my mind, that's a win, but... Yeah, anytime it says nerf, it's always kind of like, what does it mean? I just think that there's going to be, you got to have, people are going to have to relearn how they play, because instead of...
you don't pop Berserk when you do Inner Release anymore.
Right.
Which, from what I've been able to look at it and think about, the way it looks like it'll be is for your rotation, you'll do your typical rotation stuff. Then when it comes to the Fell Cleave, you'll pop Inner Release, do as many as you can, but have a full beast gauge beforehand. Then once Inner Release wears off, pop Berserk, and then burn out your beast gauge, refill it with your ability, and you might still get 6 in, maybe.
Yeah, I wonder.
6, and if the timing is right, you might could get 7. Depends on how many you can get out during that 10-second window of Inner Release. 10 seconds seems ridiculously short.
Yeah, I mean, if you think of the global cooldown, that's...
Oh, we reduced it, but I mean, it's like, not enough to justify cutting the duration in half. That duration cut is brutal, and they done the same thing to Berserk. They cut its duration in half.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see, to say the least.
I mean, yeah. Because technically, like, if you had a full beast gauge and it cuts it and, you know, makes everything you do free, then as many things you can get in. And maybe that, like, I wonder if you, like, stat weight skill speed to get that global cooldown even faster so that you could technically get 7. You know, if
you might could.
You know, if you stack skill speed, because it's like, all of a sudden
that would be the
because again if you're at 2 seconds for, you know, your global cooldown, then that's technically 5, and then you'd still have a full beast gauge, so then you could pop off 2 more for 7.
Which, I mean, if you think about it, whenever you do Inner Release now,
yeah,
I'm not sure on my timing, but I know you do 4, then it takes the time frame for you to pop a crap. What's that ability called? The one that refills beast gauge.
Oh, I know off the top of my head. I don't know, but I know.
Brain fart. Brain fart is what I'm having right now.
Yeah, it's called brain fart. That's what it's called.
And I'm a warrior main. That's bad.
For you, yeah.
Yeah. So like you got that time frame that it takes to pop that ability in order to do 2 more after that.
Yeah.
So you might, if you have a full beast gauge, and like you said, maybe without skill speed, I don't know, it'd be something to test. You could probably get 7. You might can.
Yeah.
If you can get 4 off in the 10 seconds of enter release, then you can easily get 7. And what is the global cooldown initially? Do you know?
It starts at 2.5 seconds, and so skill speed then cuts that down.
It'd be cutting it close. Without skill speed, you might be able to get 4 off, maybe, if you're quick.
Mm-hmm. So, like, yeah, we'll look at my warriors' skill stuff at the, because I'm at 70.
I might be changing some materia.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a change. If it's a DPS increase, you know,
you just got to work around it.
You just you learn the change. But yeah, it never makes. It doesn't. I don't want to discount the feelings behind. Hey, this changed. You know, because it's still a change.
Oh yeah, still a change. 1 second, I gotta put on my living room light. Little man is up and walking around.
Just took that to the face.
Also, I think it's going on Xbox too. But this weekend is double affinity on Warframe.
Ooh. What happened?
And if you have an affinity booster going, so like if you have a little bit of plat and can buy like a 3-day booster or something, it is 4 times the affinity.
Ooh.
You can get a lot of stuff leveled or farmed if you need to. I think last night when I was doing it with a buddy, I would go in with a rank 0 Warframe and all rank 0 weapons, and in a 20-minute defense run, they'd all be max. Do they ever do double EXP on Final Fantasy?
No, but they just generally increase it over time.
That'd be a cool little event.
That would be interesting. Like, you know, it's like, hey, this weekend, you know, Fates, you know, reward whatever, and you know.
Or like this weekend, everything you do is double EXP or something.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be awesome. And like don't make it just apply to like combat jobs either. Or like one weekend be like combat jobs, the following weekend be like crafters and gatherers.
Yeah.
I really could use some loving for crafters and gatherers. I've got a long ways to go on those.
Would be nice.
I was hoping to have my miner done before 4.2, but yeah. Got him to like 62 and was like, eh.
Yeah, I haven't even really messed with my gatherers this entire expansion. Oh, wow. Apparently that was where the tank was standing.
Oopsie. Yeah, so one of the interesting things that caught my eye in the patch notes was the fact that they're raising the level cap on Uznair.
Yes,
and
I
the Hidden
like
Canals.
that. I like
370?
that a lot. Yeah. I like that a lot because it keeps it relevant.
Yeah, it keeps it relevant. My whole thing was like 370. So that at least tells me that the raid gear is going to go to at least 370 or pretty close.
Yeah, well, the raid gear, that means the max gear level will be 370 because it's 340. So then you have Alexander, sorry, not Alexander, Omega, which will take us to 350. The next Alliance raid will take us to 360. The Tombstone gear will be 360, and we can upgrade it to 370. And then the Savage would be that reward of that 370 gear.
Nice.
And then, so that theoretically then gives us, then with the next major update, so 4.4, then we should see it go to 370.
So in other words,
390,
before
400, 410.
5.0.
Yeah. So it should be around 410. That's assuming that we go from 4.5 to 5.0. I am getting a feeling
was going to last longer than 4.5 though?
What's up?
Didn't they already say this one was going to last a little bit longer to
They've said it, it's not hard confirmed in that regards, because what does that mean? So even with FanFest kicking off in November, where they wanted it to be in December, you know, and so Yoshi P said that he wanted it in December, you know, so it's highly possible that, you know, that maybe this expansion lasts longer, and that's not a bad thing. It's just as long as like the content's there.
Right, as long as there's plenty of content, I ain't worried about it.
Yeah. Well, because if we end up getting like an extra tier of Omega, like, right, you know, we get, instead of just 3 tiers, we get 4 tiers, or say, you know, that would be cool if it's just an a patch number, and like, oh, there's no raid and there's no gear progression, and then it's like, all right. What's up?
Wasn't Omega, or not Omega, Bahamut and Alexander, wasn't they like 4 tiers of them?
No, 3 tiers, both.
Okay, never mind. Scratch that. I got confused.
But I'm hoping 4.2 has that. I didn't see the raid roulette though added in the notes, so I guess we know that's.
The next Alliance raid will probably be
the Alliance raid being put into the next Alliance raid being put into. Or the current Alliance raid getting into the roulette. Oh, so smart. Yeah, once it's not gear locked, it just is like, yeah, toss that in there.
Just gives you one more thing to do.
Yeah, you know, diversification, man.
I gotta max out that veridity before the patch, so I can turn it into creation. Only reason why my pants aren't upgraded is because I have Rabanasty pants and not creation pants.
Rabanasty pants, man.
And you can't upgrade those. That's lame.
Well, I get why they do it. Like, I actually like the gear of those pants a lot.
I like the way.
I like the look of it. But I'm sitting here just going like, man, they need to bring us back in. They need to bring a new tactics game out. It's been over 20 years.
Yeah, I agree.
And it sold well. Tactics sold really well. You know, it's like
I have like 2 or 3 copies of Tactics on the PS1.
Yeah. Like, I also have, like, I downloaded it for iOS, and it's like, some were hoping like, hey, yeah, maybe we'll see it come to Steam or something like that.
That would be awesome.
But, I mean, it's like, man, what's the deal? But, you know, obviously with Matsu helping out with 14, like, how cool would it be if he's like, yeah, let me go back and work on this world.
No, I'm so close.
What was that?
I'm looking at my affiliate achievements on Twitch.
I'll try to give you some more watch time this week. If you're filling up for streaming and whatnot.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, it kind of scared me the other night. One of the guys in the group I'm in, last night maybe, I was sitting here streaming and it popped up and said, "Hey, this person's hosting you with 26 viewers." I was like,
yeah. You're like, whoa.
Like, oh, wait a minute. I ain't ready for that. Hold on. Let me prepare myself.
Yeah, it's always exciting.
That's like going to a party and everybody's like, "Ah, dress casual." You walk in and everybody's dressed in tuxedos.
This is my casual, man. Black tie. Runic.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't say hey to you, dude. How you been, Runic?
Oh, missed that. Oh, that's because my phone cut off.
I'm hitting zeros. Oh, he's got stone skin, yeah.
Also, do you ever buy stuff off of Humble Bundle?
No, I've never bought anything off of Humble Bundle yet.
Humble Bundle's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, oh, heck, I did the wrong thing.
Wrong button.
You think I just bring them all in there? Like... Oh, I guess I should let the tank have that one. It's been a while since I've done this one.
What is this one?
Oh, it does say. Oh, excuse me.
Hey. Speaking of raids and stuff, it was kind of funny. The other day I was playing and I hadn't joined a chat in here because usually I talk to Sparta whenever I'm doing 14.
Sparta's awesome.
I wound up talking to Clink the other day too. I met him.
Yeah, Clink's also a good guy. He impressed me. Like he's like he rocked Xenoblade.
Yeah, he talked about it a lot the other day, and I'm just like, I need it.
And they're adding New Game Plus to Xenoblade. I love New Game Plus in RPGs. I like ever since Chrono Trigger did it, it never registered why any RPG ever would never have that after you beat the game. Just like, yeah, take your levels, take all your stuff, and you could play through it again and just be
more challenging, maybe some hidden bosses.
Yeah, you know exactly. Final Fantasy 15 does it, now, which is like, oh yeah, like seriously, like single player RPG, New Game Plus, man.
Tell him. Or you just got to go to that extra level and do like Dark Souls New Game Plus.
Does Dark Souls have New Game Plus?
Yeah, they pride themselves on it. The first playthrough of the Dark Souls games is hard. The second playthrough, New Game Plus, is a very exponential difficulty spike.
Okay.
Which it's enjoyable. I really like a challenge in games, but with it, it's like it goes all the way up to like New Game 8, I think.
Neat.
But from the first playthrough to the second playthrough, everything's like HP, damage, EXP, and all that is like tripled. So it's like you're going through fresh, except everything gets harder.
Yeah.
You got your level and weapon. Now the only thing I keep hoping and wishing and dreaming to see, and
hoping and wishing and praying. Sorry, go ahead. I felt like I was about to enter a musical.
Cross data center play.
Oh come on, I know. Cross data center and bring this game to freaking Xbox. All right.
Blue Mage.
Blue Mage, yeah.
I can live without Xbox for a little bit. Just give me Blue Mage and cross data play. Like, before I got me another PC, I really wanted it on Xbox because I didn't have a PC.
Yeah.
But now I got it on PC, and I'm just like, eh.
Well, it's like, even though I have it, and I have a really, like, powerful PC. In fact, I'm happy that, like, the settings I changed, because I was like, why am I at 30, frames a second, Now it's showing me at 60 for the stream, and even so. There was definitely, like, the app was giving me issues in the configs, but I was like, the game will, I can run the game at, like, 200 frames a second, so it's like, what's happening? Even though I have that, I know a lot of people don't. Like, I feel I'm very blessed in the regards that, my wife is very supportive, with these kind of things and these kind of purchases. And I don't like go buy a new PC all the time. But it's like, yeah, like we budget for it. We do these things, and my career allows for me to have kind of these options to me. It's like, all right. Oh, what the what?
Surprise,
dude!
Mother brother.
Surprise, mother brother. Dude, fire, man. Thank you for that resub. I so appreciate it, man. Dude, you made so generous. So generous. I really appreciate that.
I think I'm on 3 months now, I think.
Dude, man, you guys are the best.
Hey, I try, man. You've helped me out a lot. I do not mind at all.
Well, again, it's just awesome. Like, there is, like, no matter what, I will always have this sense of, like, no, we'd hang out anyway. Like, it's like, it just makes it easy for, like, putting the guides and putting the channel and the time investment that we put into it.
Oh, yeah.
Every, you guys subbing, you guys watching videos and stuff like that, just, like, every little bit is just, like, yeah, Julie's like, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and, make sure you have a time to make a video today or something like that. And it's like, oh, yeah. And that's because of you, Nightmare, you, Fire, you, everybody who's, subbed, and everybody who's not, and just watching this stream and watching our videos and stuff like that. Like, y'all's response has been just, it's humbling and it's exciting, and, it's just like, oh my gosh. Which is kind of funny because, like, it's a weird kind of transition. Like, when you first start doing this, everybody's like, what are you doing? Now, my brother's different. We call him the Yeti because it's like, he's always curious about how it's going. He finally subscribed once we hit, he finally officially subscribed to the channel, like, once we had, like, 4,000 subs. He's like, all right, I'm in. I'm like, all right, dude, that's, but he's always very encouraging. So, like, I was like, yeah, I'm thinking about doing this YouTube channel. And he's like, you should do it. Everything you ever, you do all these good things. And I was like, thanks, dude. Like, it's always good because I don't know if any of you guys have ever read the book, Love Languages. It's a really good relationship book, basically breaking down and how we communicate love and how we receive love, and whether you're married or you're dating or whatnot. Very insightful.
You sold me on BLM, so thanks for that at least.
Hey, Bureau, man. You're welcome. Thank you. Like, I'm not trying to... my hope is that to help people discover the things that they enjoy. It's like somebody, people were like, yeah, like I took your layout and I made it different, and they're like saying it like it's a bad thing. I'm like, no, that's exactly what I want. I want you to make it your own. I want you to be comfortable with it. I'm just putting together, like, this seems to work for me, and you might find I hope you find a better way, because, especially because, like, the one downside about all of this is that, like, I haven't got to spend as much time mastering any of these jobs. Now, I plan to really, like, now that I have all my casters, and once the tanks are done, I'll do a caster versus caster and a healer versus healer breakdown. No, I already did healer versus healer, tank versus tank. Because that's, yeah, it's going to be neat to see, because I wonder, like, will the warrior changes shift me to warrior? Is that, or will the Dark Knight changes be, like, I don't think they will be, but it's like, will they be like, oh my gosh, it's Dark Knight? That's obviously where we go now. I don't anticipate my tank changing this this patch, but essentially I always kind of look at it at 3 mains, DPS, healer, and tank. And right now that's Paladin and Astrologian, and my DPS hasn't really been finalized. It's been Summoner, but then Red Mage was great, and then Black Mage was awful, and then all of a sudden it became awesome. And with the changes they made, I'm wondering if that kind of helps with my movement. But it just, like, Black
I'm
Mage,
interested to see the changes for Black Mage.
yeah, it's like the fact of the proc is like just increasing that allows me, like, you're still gonna, as a Black Mage, need to have that insight as to the fight. So a black mage going into the fight the first time is definitely going to be outclassed by a red mage. But a black mage who knows the fight is, I think, is always going to outclass any other DPS, you know, in my opinion. But that's, again, I have mad love for casters. So, you know, not trying to insult any other DPSs out there, just my personal opinion.
Like I said,
every time I talk to you, Nightmare, it's like more of my Texas drawl comes out, and that's not a bad thing, you know. It's just like, you know, and all of a sudden it's like, how the hell did Brian get a cowboy hat? And he's like, yeah, what's up? It just happens. Well, you know, and if anybody think Bendy, he's out in Ireland. If he was in voice chat, I'd probably be like, you know, getting to go to Irish. I can't do it with my southernness going on. Dude, Dark Sword, man. Oh, raided. Thanks for the raid. What's up, everybody? All you guys of 12? Wow. Howdy and welcome. It's like, who's this? I don't know. Just having fun. All right, so man, I got that hunt going on, so I got that done. All right, 60. I didn't even see a level. That's just fantastic. If anybody's on the Aether data center and wants to do a level roulette, I'm going to go ahead and open it up. And I'm looking for, I think what they mean is that I can set this and it stays with 4.2. Because one of my things is like, I type the same comment. Or 2 game live stream on Twitch with viewers. Password in stream, baby. Bye-bye. All right, and our standard password, anybody can guess it, 9999. Cool. All right, I'm gonna keep doing some hunts here because the experience is good. I think that's that. Yep. Let's see if there's anything else I have out in Jiangxia, Azim. Locks, fringes, the Ruby C, perfect. Alright, rather than teleport and have to come back, exile, and then, whoa, okay. Already aggroed. Elite clan marks, turning mists.
You got raided.
Raid! That was stupid. I apologize.
That is a super influx of viewers all at one time.
Yeah, it's interesting like how it works, because it's like, you know...
I actually just started really recently in mid-December and switched to AST as soon as I got there.
Dude.
And Black Mage has been a blast.
Astrologian, I just fell in love with that job, this expansion. And it was sleeve draw that did it for me, because when I looked at the White Mage and then this Scholar, I was just
Dear
like...
Yoshi P.
Hey, what's
Please
up?
have cross data center play. I'd rather have that than spend a lot of money on a new character in a new data center than pay to level a character to 60 plus skip ARR and HWLMAO.
100%.
I 100% agree with you, Fire. Especially because Primal and Aether literally connect a cord, man. It's like they're in the same physical location, but obviously it's not. I don't think it's a hardware issue. I think it's obviously a coding issue. In that regards, they have, wow, man, you're right about the jump with the 12. Like, holy crap. I was like, it was showing like 9 or something, and now it jumped up to 32.
Like 30
Sup, all? Yeah. Like, holy crap. Anyway, but yeah, like, they talked about it, especially to do it first with PvP. So, because one of the things Chris and I have talked about, like, we were doing the PvP team stuff back in 4.0, and we were always fighting the same team over and over again. It's like, the only way you kind of get around that is you got to, you know, increase the player base, and the fact that we're all segmented and we can't play together, you know, it's kind of
exactly.
But then from a PvE
at the very least, connect the North American servers together for a
start.
I
100%
yeah, North America,
if I had the money.
You know, we want this.
Would make a new character, buy potions,
or you transfer, and it's like, honestly,
this
as we move into the cross world, you know, I think essentially the prioritization ends up being where, like, on the data center, the worlds are just whatever. Like, if we can start to, like, okay, cool, you're just moving between the worlds at ease, doing open world, doing whatever, that's going to be fantastic, because I think that just, you know, it's kind of the problem where, like, with Sony, Xbox, and, you know, and PC, when they don't let these games play the community is separate. We can't enjoy and, you know, and play with your friends. And ideally, you know, I guess my ideal, you know, future for games, you know, is that where you don't, the platform doesn't matter, the whatever doesn't matter, just, you know, like we're all here, we just want to, you know, hang out, play games and have fun, right? But it's I think we're, you know, it's a process, right? But yeah, I think if I was gonna pick a feature, oh man, that's actually a tough call. Like cross data center would be high on the priority list. I think it's a time-consuming thing from a code perspective, but I think it's totally worth it. Oh, well, I guess I'll fight this guy. But I also want to see better free company features. I'm wondering whatever's happening with that Final Fantasy app. You know? Be great if they integrated it with Discord. It's like, guys, just, you know. Anyway. So besides cross-world data center, then what kind of features do you guys? And they could be quality of life.
Probably help if I muted myself.
What's up?
It'd probably help if I muted myself. I've been saying stuff and yeah.
It's like, yeah, all of a sudden Nightmare got real quiet.
What world are you on, Ryan?
I'm on Sargatanas. Good old Sargi.
Why do I get a feeling I can't get on there?
Sometimes you can. That's always the thing. So is that all I needed? Yep, I just need actually one. Okay. 124k. Sweet. Alright, where am I going? Where am I going? Let's see here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put myself into queue. Does not seem like people are interested in leveling. Oh wow, 11 minutes. That's actually amazing. Alright, now the elite. Okay. Actually, did I have the real ones? Mark Bills. Alright. And that's Exile. Yangsha, the Fringes. The Locks. Fringes. Let's go Fringes. I completely forgot about like punts and all that stuff for the longest time. It's like, oh my gosh. And apologies for the squeaky chair. This chair is coming up on its 15th birthday, I guess. Had it for 15 years. And it's just pretty much done. I have ordered a new chair, which is exciting. I had a friend who got a really cool gaming chair. And I got to test it out, and I said I want one, and they were too expensive, and then they went on sale, and so I was able to get it on sale, and got it free shipping, so I was like, freaking awesome. So I can't wait to get mine, and I'll probably do a video about it, you know, retire. Like, you can't see it, but this thing is torn up. And it's not the most comfortable thing to sit in after a long time, and I'm guessing, and I'm wondering if Nightmare is muted again. I'll let him make that decision. My nose is all kinds of tore up right now.
Alright, got little man for breakfast.
Welcome back. Oh, that's where you are. I was like, all of a sudden, I was like, are you muted again? And he didn't respond. I was like, well.
Creating me a person on your world.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Yeah, let me know when your character's created. I'll friend, get you in the free company, and get you a link shell. Boom. Alright, let's see here. That's that. Let's go to the next.
It's kind of funny they're removing the elemental stuff, and part of the whole deity thing is elemental stuff.
I am in need of a new chair. Can't lean back without falling backwards. Also the leather is peeling so much I need to vacuum it up.
Yeah.
I'd love to get a DX racer or clutch, but that probably won't happen unless I happen to find someone's drug dealing money on the curb stashed in an old cigarette box.
Though I can say
I wish you luck, dude, because I hear you on that. Like, it was my wife is the best, but it's like I comment, it's like, okay, like, all right, I think it's time to invest in a new chair. You know, I sit down a lot for what I do. I'm a programmer. I'm a software engineer. And, you know, just like, I'm sitting down all day pretty much.
Hey, Brian, how's it going?
Phoenix Games, man. How you been? It's going good, to answer your question. It's like, let me answer your question with a question. So I got a Secret Labs chair, and they're new into the country. So it's not, like, I've seen DX Racer, etc. But it's they have a 26%
okay, a sad
sale,
summoner.
But it's still pricey. Oh, yeah, dude. I was surprised. Like, I felt like Summoner just got, like, I mean, at the end of the day, like, I reserve judgment. I'm gonna play it, see how it feels. That's one of the nice things that I was like, they mentioned Black Mage changes, and so I've been actually kind of gathering assets for my caster versus caster video. So
Summoner will now be the least damaging caster.
So with that perspective, I was like, okay, let me yeah, and then I saw all this. I was like, I'm glad I held off making that video, because those kind of videos do take a longer of a time. So I was just like, all right, yeah, we'll see how it plays. I felt like they got just AoE just, like denied. It just felt like a lot of that, especially because they were weak in AoE, and then they added that. And I don't need every job to be good at everything, but when you look at kind of 3 casters, it's like, each one should excel in some area. They should be like, this is the this is the best caster if you enjoy this play style. All right. What's my currencies at? That's not my currency. Maybe currency. Seals. So it's like it's a 400 or something like that.
Red Mage mana management now. You won't get the mana penalty for having too much of one now for them.
Yeah. It is weird. The whole system's weird. Homes.
What did SMN lose?
A lot of AoE. Like, basically didn't lose any skills, but they lost lots of potency. Whoa. What? Agrim 76 subbed to Walk. Thank you for that Prime sub, dude. That's incredible. I really appreciate that.
Potency on all major skills.
Yeah, pretty much all major skills.
Bahamut. Okay, like, what's the difference for y'all with Prime subs and regular subs?
So Prime sub is, if you're Amazon Prime, you get 1 free Prime sub a month. And
yeah, that's what I use for y'all.
Exactly. And so, and then the regular sub, you actually are spending money. Now, I think if you regular sub, it will auto sub you until you say not to. But with the Prime sub, you have to hit it every month.
Red Mage
and I get why they do it, because it's, but it's really quite nice. And so with that, Agrim, you should have access now. What's up, Sparta?
Really?
To our Discord.
SMN was always the most underwhelming caster as
and is. Then if you have a good mic and you don't mind talking, you can always now join on voice chat with that. We do have like a user limit, and we're kind of figuring that out. Like at some point, like obviously right now, like with the raid, our numbers for the stream are up. At some point, we might have to turn off Barbara. But we'll cross that bridge when we cross that bridge.
What's up, Warlords?
What's up, dude?
Howdy.
How you doing, Sparta?
Good.
Are you a sad summoner?
No, I'm not. I think they're good changes.
I think at the end of the day, once we go hands-on, like with anything, it's okay. Like it works, you know. And if it doesn't, then they'll make changes. But it never feels good to see like, hey, you're losing what you know. Like we're taking this away from you, this potency.
Yeah.
No.
See, a lot of people. This is just me and Wesley. No.
I don't watch a lot of streams with work, but I enjoy all you guys' YouTube content, so wanted to throw a bit your way.
Like with the change to Berserk. Yeah. But when you look at it overall, if you look at Berserk right now,
I ain't worried about Berserk.
Yeah.
So
you just look at
I'm an Omnicaster. This doesn't work at all, and now the casters are really unbalanced.
Thanks for watching this on YouTube, man. I really appreciate that. Like y'all, like you know, I never want anybody to feel like they have to monetarily support us, but it really goes a long way. But also watching like our videos, like that is a huge level of support. And so we do appreciate you guys' time, you know. Like I'm still like humbled by it. I really appreciate it. But even still, you know, just because you should still see like if you have Discord and you have a link to your Twitch, you should still see us. And if you don't feel like hanging out on stream, that's cool too. We do a lot of chatting during the day. We talk about video games, you know, just like which is nice for me because sometimes when I'm not, you know, like when I need a mental break from work, it's like, oh, let's see what you know everybody's chatting about. So just hang out and say hey. And then,
see, I'm not concerned about Berserk. Yeah. That's not my problem. My problem is Storm's path.
Yeah, that's the only thing I see a sidestep in the wrong direction. Because it might be just a little bit too much.
Like if they'd left that alone, I don't think I'd have a problem with any of it. I can figure it out.
Well, also at the same time, I think if they had left it alone, especially with the change to
talking about SMN reminded me. Does anyone know if skill speed affects dot for physical DPS the way spell speed does for
mages? On top of the 5%.
I think it does.
Yeah.
Index, I think it does. And then, yeah, Phoenix, like, I think initially, like, that's where it's like, you know, what caster has what skill.
Yes, spell speed does affect dot
any kind of buff that affects your skills, your speed, your critical hit rate, your hit rate, any of those kind of speeds. Or even your damage output will affect dots. So, like, just as an example, Black Mage. If you're in ley lines, you're in Blizzard, and then you apply the original dot to Thunder, and then the Thunder procs. If you apply it as an Astral Fire stance, the dot will actually be higher. So anything that affects damage affects the dot, and it's an overall DPS.
Yeah, one of the things we were thinking of, and I forgot to do a test. So after this leveling dungeon, I'll go check it out. But we were looking at it as like with skill speed, and warrior. Does that mean you could effectively get off 7? Fell cleaves? Like if you could reduce your global cooldown to less than 2 seconds within the 10 seconds, then that's 5, and then if you have 100, then you've got 2 additional. But that's the question. I'll look at my stats on warrior.
So right now, Thunder is not affected by Astral Flash Umbrella. It doesn't receive the buff.
It's all about that global cooldown. Yes, it does. Doshi P actually did come out and say that it did affect it.
It doesn't affect the MP cost.
It doesn't affect the MP cost, but it does affect the damage output.
I haven't tested it, so I have no idea. I have no side. I usually, I love casting Thunder in the Astral Fire, though, but I love casting Thunder, and that's actually where, from a Eureka perspective, if you're going to guess, the element I'm going to be leveling is Thunder Mage. That's what I'm rolling, man. It sounds like Eureka sounds like they're putting a little 11, you know, from the interviews and things like that in 14.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting one.
That'll be interesting. Well, because it's like I went back and I couldn't. I went back and played like 11 a little bit in November, just to kind of like, it's been years, like how it is, and it was like so difficult for, you know, it's like, okay, what do I do here? What, you know, it's like. So it'd be kind of neat to have a little bit of the modern and then a little bit.
I've seen my Thunders do the same amount of damage in both Astral / Umbral, and besides using Thunder PROC over a Fire 4 is a DPS loss.
Does more damage because it is based on your overall. Because see, when you proc Thunder, it takes your stat, the potency buff of Thunder, and adds it to your magic potency damage.
Let's find out. Just Google. Alright, let's see here. Black Mage Thunder. I don't know if this will return anything. Man, my nose is itchy. Oh, that's a year ago.
You know, something just dawned on me that I think should be a feature.
What?
Instead of just offering jump potions and make a new character or transfers, why not allow, let's say, like in my case, I have my warrior who's got most of the stuff done just in-game on my other server.
Yeah.
I have people I play with on that server, so I don't want to transfer it.
Right.
Why can I not copy him to another data center?
I like that idea.
I would totally pay for that feature.
Well, I think essentially that's kind of what they're thinking, you know, from that perspective of buy a jump potion, buy a copy, you know.
Yeah, but even with the jump potions, you still got to go do a bunch of stuff before you can do in-game. Like, seriously, just let me copy and paste him to another server. Yeah. Now, what I do on the other server will obviously, in the future, will not apply to the other one.
Well, you know, I don't know. I
like. But just give me like a point.
I like the feeling behind it. Absolutely. For me, it's like I just say connect the data centers. You don't have to connect all of them, but Primal and Aether are together.
I don't see why they should. Why they're, you know, not.
And even if it wasn't like, okay, every element of the game is, you know, synced up together, it would be more of almost kind of like that temporary copy, right? Where like basically the sentiment what you're saying is like, oh, Party Finder's open. Oh, let me, you know, jump into Brian's thing, and then you're here, and then you know, phase back to your world.
From what I've understood, I got some buddies who play WoW. I've never played it myself, but apparently that's how it works on there. It's like you play with everybody. Like you might be on a server, but you could literally go and play anywhere. Don't matter.
Yeah, they just they just had the last patch for, is it Legion, come out, so they're pretty much done updating WoW until the next expansion. Chris and I are talking about going and checking it out. I haven't played WoW since. Like,
I've never actually played it.
I've never played it. I tried.
I tried it. I got to level 40. So anyway, we're
talking like, I couldn't even get to level 10.
Yeah. But
Hero with the Prime sub. Holy crap, dude! Welcome to the workforce. Really appreciate it. Again, if you didn't catch the features and stuff that you get with that, you should see our Discord server. Thank you, Sparta. Appreciate the sub hype.
Welcome to the workforce. Anyone got some red mages?
So yeah, and then obviously you get the red mages.
Just watching your videos is supporting. Well, take that.
Well, that does help. Absolutely. Really appreciate it. It is exciting. I love that. Oh yeah, you know, it's just like there's so much hype in my world at that moment. I'm like, oh yeah.
But like I said, for me, I never actually played WoW. Originally, I was like, I really, really wanted to play it, but I never had a PC.
Yeah, they could really
back then.
Yeah.
But I had an Xbox 360, so I wound up getting Final Fantasy 11 instead.
Yeah. The thing that, like, you know, like I told him, I was like, yeah, I'll go, you know, probably just maybe March or April or something like that. I don't know. Like, we're just like, yeah, let's check it out. Like, They do some interesting things and have some interesting ideas. It'd be for me, like, it'd be cool to see, like, since I last played, like, how it stacks up, how does it compare. But the thing I'm not looking forward to, and if anybody can guess based off of what I do a lot on the channel, is I can't play with the controller, and I'm like,
oh, you can't play with the controller?
I can't. You can't play. I mean, you could probably use Joy to Key or something like that, but it's like, I love my Final Fantasy interface, and I don't know why other MMOs haven't just said, oh my gosh, we should totally add that in, which you should, because you could get me to play your game if more controller support. Like, I like, you know, like, if the better setup is if my chair didn't squeak, so that I could kind of truly lean back, you know, like, all right. It's like I sit like this all day, keyboard and mouse. So when I'm done with work, I like to recline a little bit.
Like to relax, man.
Relax. Get my little thing of whiskey.
I still want that Final Fantasy whiskey.
I know, dude. Yeah, I know, right? I don't.
$300.
There's no way I'm spending the money.
I didn't say I was buying it. I just said I wanted it.
Yeah, like I'm not. No, like. I can't justify that cost. I can go buy like a $20, yeah, $30 bottle of whiskey, and it does taste just fine.
Blizzard is all about that keyboard and mouse master race and spits on us controller peasants.
Yeah. Well, I just like, it's kind of interesting. Obviously, like, 14 is still not on Xbox, which just drives me nuts. But like, wow, like, why not? Like, all right, why not add a controller thing? Why not add it to console? The game's old enough that it would, you know, I think there would be an audience there. I think there would be an audience.
And they can't say, oh, Blizzard's not console, because there's Blizzard games on them.
Right, maybe that's, you know, that's a part of the plan.
I just think that it's more of the thing of, if they were to bring WoW to consoles in this day and age, they would be ragged on because of the cartoonish nature of the...
How can I resist supporting another sleeve draw aficionado? I've enjoyed all your content an awful lot, and you're definitely one of the people I think of when I think of Civ having such a great community,
that cartoonish
coming from
nature
other
of
games. So thank you.
Models.
And my apologies to Barbara
They
for
are very
overworking her.
Well, Bureau, that means the world to me, man. I really do appreciate that, more so than the sub. I am very flattered that you think, and you know, I guess of this ginger face when regarding the Civ community, and I'll say Civ because that's how Barbara says it. I liked like Randy, who would he always called, and I never called it this. I was just FFXIV or FFXI, you know, or 11, you know, and so then he always called 11 fix. It's like, I gotta get my fix. He's like, what are you fix? It's like, oh, FFXI. It's like, oh, yeah, I guess if you did. I was surprised as somebody who's dyslexic, I never read it as fix. I was like, fix in my mind is 9.
I don't remember starting as a gladiator in the armor looking as cool initially.
What do you say?
Yeah, that is weird. That they changed. Gladiator armor used to look really... eh?
Yeah.
I'm starting a new character. I chose gladiator, and the armor looks pretty cool, so I'm kind of confused.
Well, that's awesome, then. Congrats. What race did you pick?
Mazala.
Ah.
You know what's funny though?
What?
I play with controller, but my menus and everything is still set up
the PC?
For PC.
Yeah. I love that they let you do that. It's just there's
I like having
there's
all
a
my
lot of thought and touch into this. And
that's
always funny because I always kind of like, yeah, I know these guys care and they're doing a good job. But there's like, I'm like, oh, I want this now. I want this. I kind of feel like, you know, what did you do for me today, Yoshi P? It's like, yeah, you did all the game that has all these things. And so I'm really actually looking forward to 4.2 because it feels like it's a very large patch, right? I don't know if anybody else is in that boat.
It feels like it is a big one.
You know, it feels like, you know, obviously story, you know, that the story is usually a one-time thing. It's like, okay, we got new Omega, we've got, you know, new dungeons, we've got, I love that, like we were talking about Uzinar being updated with the new, to the current gear, you know, gear level of the 4.2, and I was like, that's so smart, because one of the things, like with Aquapolis, eventually it's like, yeah, it's fun, but there's no, like, you know, adding in progression into that somewhat randomized, you know, system, is just a fun thing, because I could go play Uzinar all day long, but at some point it's like, well, there's not, you know, there's outside of Gil and stuff that I don't care about, there's no real, like, you know, it ends up being a sacrifice, because it's like, well, I'm not gonna, I need to go run my dungeons, I need to go do this, I need to make sure that I'm hitting, you know, my weeklies. Well, yeah, you could be, you know, getting those mendacities, you can get all kinds of stuff now. So I think that's pretty smart.
And you'll technically have 2 level 70 roulettes to gather your
yeah, I don't know, I'm not very happy about that personally, though.
Well, I guess they want you to still be able to do those other dungeons, I suppose, and they're not going to get, you're not going to get shafted in doing new ones every single time.
And at the minimum, I wish they kept the last new dungeon as a part of it, meaning that it was always like it would be either 3 or 4 every time. You know, the expert at only 2 options, it hurts. So by the time 4.3 runs around, it's like nobody's gonna want to see those dungeons.
Right.
It's like no one wants to see Temple of the Fist anymore.
Hope you're ready to get Hell's Lit for 8 days in a row.
That's probably why they took it out of the actual expert.
Phoenix knows, man. Phoenix knows it. Hell's Lit 8 days in a row. It's like da 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 da. Let's see here. Where's my? That's exactly.
That's why I'm happy once I cap Mendacity, I won't ever have to do the expert.
They're like, yes, I'm done.
And capping the block tombstone is stupidly easy.
Haha, that's about it too.
No, I didn't mind Never Reap. It got old.
Remember always
beautiful, but then yes. It's a beautiful place. Like I really.
And going back to.
It's actually kind of nice when
I
you have like
don't
the bigger
mind doing
pool.
fractal. It's my fat dung, so I'm Gucci. LOL.
Yeah, Gucci. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna refresh my coffee and make sure that my throat stays nice and warm, so that I can get over this stupid cold. I'll be right back, guys.
Welcome back. Yeah.
Let's see here. And there we go. Boom. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, I'm going to open up the Duty Finder. What do I feel like? Let's do a trial.
The one thing I've been wanting to try to get into here lately, Brian, but it's kind of intimidating.
What?
Editing, like doing videos and stuff.
You need any help? Like, I mean, the the best way to
I
learn
don't even
is
know where to begin.
Do you have any software?
No. That's why I said
maybe like from a keeping your costs down perspective, like look and see what free options are out there, and honestly at that point like pull up like YouTube's a great resource to kind of like say how to kind of like, hey, how do I use this tool? And if nobody has it, if you can't find anything, a guide on YouTube, immediately learn it and then make a guide for YouTube for that thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that's a pro tip for anybody. Like it's like, hey, I'm trying to learn X. And then it's like, if YouTube doesn't have a video, if YouTube doesn't have a video like that, go figure it out, learn it, and then you become the resource.
Yeah. You and Chris use, what was it again?
We use Premiere Pro. That's because as a cartoonist, I already had the Adobe Suite.
Yeah, that's what.
Then I was like, well, I already have these tools, and then we did video editing in college for fun, so we made stupid videos. In fact, I still have those videos. They're like, you can see my dumb acting skills from back then.
Yeah, you totally post those.
At some point, we'll see. 100,000 subs, and we'll go from there.
While I stream some Borderlands with a friend. Catch you on the flip side.
Hey, Fire, let me get you some watch time there.
That is what I need to sell on the log station right now. Main scenario progression and level boosts.
Main scenario and levels. Alright, Fire. Where are you at?
I don't know. I guess overall, the one thing I'm kind of excited about, patch note wise, is improvements to Monk. I'm kind of interested in that.
Yeah, monks are happy.
Well, when I initially started, Monk, like even on 11, Monk was like, besides Warrior and Blue Mage, Monk was like my top class.
Yeah.
And then I got on 11, got it to 50, and realized it was kind of and then never finished it.
Yeah. All right. Well, Leon, it looks like you're offline, so I'm ready when you get some Borderlands going, man. I love Borderlands. Love it. There's things I know because I know some of the guys at Gearbox that I can't say, and I know it's a jerk move, tease. But it's not anything they're working on. It was a project they tried and it never came out. And I was like, that sounds incredible. So who knows? Maybe it'll be savaged one day. The peaks. And yeah, so if I have anything else. In the fringes. Yes. Yeah, the ability to have this thing pull up kind of where it thinks it is. That's a game changer. If they did that this whole time, I did not even know. Which is kind of sad. Alright, no takers on the party finder, so I'm just going to queue for a trial. Yeah, almost level 66. This is coming along quite nicely. Should be able to get...
LOL, I'm going through initial PC setup ATM, gotta love waiting.
Guy lost Halligan, and he's in all pink. That is not disturbing looking at all.
All pink Algan?
Yeah, a warrior, Rogadin, and pink lost Halligan.
Nice.
Including the axe.
So is your character created on the server?
Yes, he is.
I need to friend you.
Same name as everywhere else. Q in the name.
Q in the name?
Yes, sir. NIQHT.
Alright, let me friend list. Actually, player search. Search conditions. So spell that for me, please.
NIQHTMARE. Space DEMON.
Gotcha.
Got to pick up all my extra stuff.
All right. Send friend. Invite to link shell. And invite to company. Yeah. Oh, cool.
So many invitations at one time.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop. All right. Is there any more of those I need to do? Nope, just the one. Sweet. The peaks. I think probably the peaks is where I need to go next.
Doing your daily hunts, huh?
Yep. Well, again, like if I was just like, well, I mean, you've talked about it numerous times because I did my daily beast thing. Well, I mean, I was just like, oh gosh, it's always so annoying trying to hunt these things down, find out where they are. But then in the hunt bill, it's like, oh, and then I can put the flag down, and I was like, this is a game changer. It's a game changer for me. And if it's been doing, that's why I said, like, if they've been doing it this way this whole time, like it's one of those, like the game's so deep,
you didn't know,
just right over my head, no idea.
But once you start hunting, like, oh yeah, once you start hunting this one monster, oh, it's gonna show up again. You're going to remember, oh yeah, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me see, you're near.
It almost made me want to go right into
those scarabs. Those scarabs that you're passing over, they're always in the hunt. Like 9 times out of 10, you will have that scarab be in the hunt logs, and that's probably about another 2 million EXP.
So look, is this do I know does it designate if it's a fate or not?
No, there are no fates in Stormblood.
Oh man.
The Craig Claw. Turn around.
Okay.
Turn around and go towards the pool, the little bitty lake. No.
Right. Trying to get a good
other way.
Visual. Oh, right there, I see it.
Server lag, or
I think I know what
streamer lag.
There it is. Yeah, thanks. You're right, the lake.
See, like, I'm not even doing the hunt, and I'm like, Craig, oh, yeah, it's there.
When you do it enough, it's like, yep, I know.
Yeah. But when you start, you know, and you can also do it in a pattern where you can just go through zones, and boom, you're done.
Bosom buddies.
And do all your dailies while you're doing that.
Yeah. Well, that's the reason. Like, I'm in queue. And one of the biggest issues I had is like, okay, well, what do you do while you wait? And it's like, oh, and that's why I was like, okay, I did my daily quests, but then I was like, yeah, the game needs more of this, you know. Take care of that. And I can use the Citrino seals to open up mount speed in the
Heaven's Word.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, because that's what
I heard. Probably in 5.0 will be
man, keep it up.
Stormblood.
Well, thank you, Unreal Cipher. I like the name. That's Unreal. The locks. All right. So let me see if I got anything else. I just wish it was kind of, I don't know, maybe the interface, maybe the whole thing would just be a little bit easier managed. I don't know. This is just me complaining for the sake of it.
Want a WHM for trial?
Yeah. I'll open this back up. All right. And the password is, and the password is fail. Withdraw. All right. And party recruit. For password is 9999.
All right, I'm gonna hop off, take me a nap.
Go enjoy your nap, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all take it easy.
Come on, learn to play. Nose is killing me. I love my kids, but stop coughing in my face, Maddie. And so Unreal, like, what do you like to play? Because forgive me, you know, I don't necessarily recognize you from any comments on YouTube, but yeah, let me know what you play, what's your jobs that you like. There we go. Oh yeah, Bartum. All right. If anybody else wants to join in for just a trial roulette, we are open on Aether. You can join in right now. Let me know if you're planning on it, otherwise I'll just jump into the trial with Bartum. Okay, is that I need one more of those. There he is.
One SEC, let me get on.
Alright. Then we got Runic. You're gonna be joining. Boom! Alright. Alright, now. Okay, it looks like I've completed all of those. Sweet. So Azim Step. Azim Step. I love Azim Step. Yangsha, Yangsha, Yangsha. The locks. Alright, we'll go locks because I'm on this side of the pond.
So I'm super stoked for the quest tracker update. I don't know how often I've jumped on a job and gotten lost trying to find the next quest.
Yes. I like the concept of the mouse scroll interface. I like the change. I'm really excited about just that teleport change for controllers, just to have it like sticky me to the Aetherite, because that's what I want. So lots of like that's what like you know, in Sparta, you know, the joke obviously is, you know, Storm HUD. But it's true, like, and I think a lot of that we'll continue to see some really nice user interface and quality of life adjustments due to obviously the PS3 no longer being a supported platform. But
well, yeah. I think it's a combination of like two things, possibly three. The two things that I know for sure, it's the PS3 limitations,
yeah,
and the server they were using.
Yeah.
That server was just, it was always going down. Like, oh yeah, you sneeze and it goes down.
Yeah, the game is definitely like, you know, it's constantly getting better. I think there is a level of that. I want Stormblood to be a little bit, well, not a little bit, but I want some differences between Stormblood and Heavensward. And based off of the notes, based off of the stuff, like I'm
oops, almost forgot to switch my HUD.
I'm not fully ready on to say that it is, so I'm really excited about Tuesday, and hopes that everything that we keep seeing shows that the new trial is a part of the story. You know, it's like I want the game to feel connected. You know, now I believe that's what's happening. But the notes, the way they were written, kind of were like, well, I was like, all right. I think this is happening. Hey, all right, Fire is online with Kill Shoot Archer. What's up, Fire? I don't know if you can hear me. Where are you? What am I hunting?
What is password?
9999.
9999.
It's got it like here. There he is. Alright, if anybody is planning on joining, let me know. Otherwise, I will kick us off into a trial. We got the red mage and the white mage and the mighty machinist. Oh, ho, 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 yeah. Samurai. Kosher dubstep. Got you both. Alright, guys. Sound off in chat if you're planning on joining. So I don't end up putting us in queue and you're like, I was joining. I'll give you a second to make count for stream lag. Alright, I have no idea where these guys are. Sparta, are you there? You know this guy?
I'm here. What's the guys?
Soblin. The high bank, the locks. Should I go up?
Go down near the entrance to, go to the lock, go to the starting point of the locks.
Yeah. I'm pretty much there.
Take your, let's see, where you at? Just stop for a second. Let the stream catch up.
You got it.
Did you know? If you sub to the channel here on Twitch, and your Twitch is linked to your Discord, you can join our Discord server.
No, go all the way to
if you're
where
Twitch
the
Prime, it's free.
Where you zone in?
Yeah. Are you over here?
You see where it says go to where it says the Chocobo Keep, and they're near there.
Oh, okay.
Go to the Chocobo Keep.
All right. Speak now or queue time we go. And with the tank
Notice.
Healer, there they are. Thank you. All right. Duty finder. Yeah. Figured that was going to happen. You have a tank? You have tank healer? Welcome. Newac, welcome to the workforce. Sorry I missed that follow 20 minutes ago. Maybe that was while I was on BRB. Titan. I like how they added it back into the story, you know, it's like, okay.
We don't know for a fact, but it looks like it is going to be in the story. It does.
That's what like once I really, like, I'm happy by it, and then I'm like, please make sure, I don't want to misread that and end up being like, oh no.
Well, this is how I see it. Okay, so if you just did the Warring Triad, it told you, oh, you had to complete Heaven's Word, not another not a story, a current story dungeon, but just Heaven's Word.
Right.
But this one's saying that you have to complete a spoiler quest.
Yeah, and that's what makes me think that they did it right, because I felt so disconnected from the Warring Triad. You know, it's like, oh, it's over there. This is happening, but I'm like, okay, it's not. Like, we're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are about quelling the primals. You know, and it's like all of a sudden.
Well, most of the Scions
are gone, and
are gone now because you got. Okay,
well, they rebuilt them. You know, but like in Heaven's Word, lore-wise, it makes more sense. But
well, even lore-wise, you think so? Minfili is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the other one? Stola's injured, and it's probably been taken away by the Dissidia crew. Oh no, that's actually the lore behind Dissidia.
Oh yeah.
It's basically a Marvel's Battle World. they take you out of time into this world and you fight each other. But your world is, the time doesn't stop in your world. You just vanish.
Interesting.
But with that whole thing, so Yastol is injured. Papalima's rest his soul. And Ida / Lise is no longer a scion.
She's clenching her fist.
So you have Thancred, you have Alpha Node, and you have, that's it.
Yeah, I guess that, you know, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, there's what's her face? Krill.
Yeah, but she's not a scion. She's a what's it called? She's an Archon.
Okay.
Just like, well, there's one other, but he's not in the story, but ever so often, and that's what's his name's apprentice, Louis Suar's apprentice, the guy who gives you the EXs.
You're talking about Oriange?
Yeah, Oriange.
I wonder if we're gonna get any Tale of Two Cities references. It's an old book, but you know, with Doma, with, you know, the duality of, you know, everything that is.
I wouldn't even bet against that, because it's just, this whole expansion has been a weed fest. No offense to the weeds of the community, but it has been a weed fest.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. All right, boom, get that XP. By Titan.
Get that poetics.
Get those poems. I'm full on poems. I'm like, whatever. I am gonna be like, I am looking forward to getting lots of blue gear and just like putting it in the glamours, man.
Be careful about doing that, because according to the way it says now, when it goes into the glamour gear, it's a commode. It's a commode. It's permanently in the commode, or it's destroyed.
Well, it's gone. You can always go back and get the item, but I'm saying, like, you know, for everything, yeah. Like, I'm basically like anything that was 2.0 and 3.0, like all of that gear that I've got. It's like I'm just gonna be like pop, 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 pop. You know, the good stuff, and then the armory, which is great. Let's see here. Great job. Thank y'all. Thank you. Let's see here. Is there any other 8-man content we can do?
Alliance and main scenario.
When's the Alliance reset?
10 o'clock. My time. So it would be 11 your time. Well, no, 9 your time.
Yeah, well, we still got a while then.
And then main scenario. Let's see here. The main scenario, I will say this, I'll probably still do it. But rip main scenario roulette.
Alright, so in the case for expert roulette, we'll have to say goodbye to 1 DPS. Or I can drop and y'all can run it.
I'll drop if...
you need a tank.
Yeah.
Or that or somebody wants to come as a tank. Because I can switch over to... Or, I mean, I can technically come as a tank.
Not bad for my first time WHM in like 4 months.
Dude, you did great. Yeah, I can come as a tank, too. Like, I'll be doing 70 stuff. It's really whatever. Sam. Cool. Kosher, yeah, it's gonna tank. Cool. Well, I think we're good.
But yeah, a lot of the issues I see, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I lost my train of thought. That's always fun.
All right, I'm gonna break out this goblin here, let myself heal a little bit. Oh, it's a fate. I was like, that guy looks bigger. And get theirs. Do you have a level 7? Why is this guy hurt me so much? Hey, Maddie. Good morning. How'd you do? How'd you do this night? You get a good sleep? You did? All right. You want to play a game? If you go potty, I'll give you a game for you. Do you want to play Mario? Go potty real quick. That's awesome. All right. Let me do a ready check.
They still need to just getting away from warriors and the paladin changes. They need to give Dark Knight some love.
Yeah, I think that's the general consensus. What's up, sweetheart? Do you need help? Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Ah, it's attacking me. Run away, run away. Brave Sir Robin ran away. Alright, I'll be right back.
I have to drop, got to run.
Welcome back.
All right. I'm somewhat back. I apologize, guys. I have to take a little bit longer of a break, so I'm going to actually wrap up the stream for a little bit. But it's Saturday. We've got all kinds of fun things today. And again, I do apologize. Bardem and Kosher, thank you guys so much for willing to be able to run this. And yeah, maybe we'll be able to do this here in an hour or two. I'll let you know. Peace.